Hello students. Today in this video, we'll discuss the first chapter of Business Studies of Class 12, Nature and Significance of Management. Today in this video, we'll discuss the topic Levels of Management. As you know, management is a universal term used for certain functions performed by individuals in an enterprise who are bound together in a hierarchy of relationship. Yes, when you talk about an organization, it's a it's a group of individuals where different individuals performing different functions but they are bound together in a hierarchy of relationship, means that they are interrelated with each other. The functions of one is related to the function of the other, so they are bound together. Every individual in the hierarchy is responsible for successful completion of a particular task. Now when we talk about an organization, here every individual in the hierarchy is responsible for successful completion of a particular task. So whatever task that has been assigned to that individual, he has to complete that, or he has to fulfill that responsibility in particular time. To able to fulfill that responsibility, he is assigned a certain amount of authority or the right to take decision. So whenever any individual is being entrusted with any kind of responsibility, so we have to give that much authority so that he can fulfill his responsibility, and he must be given with adequate right to take a decision. This authority responsibility relationship binds individual as superior and subordinates. So whenever we give authority and responsibility, so this authority and responsibility relationship binds individuals as superior and subordinate. Now when you talk about superior and subordinate, superior will have more authority and responsibility than a subordinate and give rise to different levels in organization. So this relationship of authority and responsibility, or you could say the relationship of superior and subordinate, give rise to different levels in the organization. So whenever we talk about authority and responsibility, that give rise to the management hierarchy. And generally speaking, we have three levels of management. One, top level management. Second, middle level management. Third, the lower level management. Now we'll discuss them one by one. First, we'll discuss about top level management. Top level management, it consists of the senior most executives of the organization by whatever name they are called. Now, whenever we talk about top level management, these are the individuals, or it consists of those individuals who are the senior most executives of the organization. They are usually referred to as the chairman, the chief executive officer, chief operating officer, president, and vice president. So these are the different names by which we can know your top level management, like the chairman, the chief executive officer, CEO, chief operating officer, COO, president, and vice president. So these are the individual which makes top level management. Top level management is a team consisting of managers from different functional levels. The basic task is to integrate diverse elements and coordinate the activities of different departments according to the overall objective of the organization. Now, when we talk about the work of top level management, clear, they have to coordinate the activities of different departments. So, when you talk about the organization, you have different departments over there. So, it is the duty or it's the responsibility of the top level management to have the coordination amongst the activities of different departments so that the overall objective of the organization can be achieved. These top level managers are responsible for the welfare and survival of the organization. So it is the responsibility of the top level management for the welfare and survival of the organization. Now when you talk about welfare, welfare of each and every individual who is in the organization, like the welfare of the employees, the welfare of the workers, and welfare of those individuals who are directly or indirectly related to the organization, and survival of the organization. As we have already discussed about the survival of the organization is possible at the time when the business is able to earn that much revenue so that it can meet out its cost. So whenever we talk about survival of organization, it means you must earn that much revenue so that you can meet out your cost. So top level management is responsible for the survival and welfare of the organization. They analyze the business environment and its implication for the survival of the firm. Now, when you talk about the business environment means what? Anything outside the organization which directly or indirectly affects the business. That's known to be a business environment. So what they do? Top level management analyze the business environment, means whatever is going around the world, they analyze the situation and they make its implication for the survival of the firm. What will be the impact of that business environment on the business? They analyze that and accordingly they take necessary steps so that the survival of the organization or the firm can be there. They formulate overall organizational goals and strategies for their achievement. Yes, top level management is responsible for the overall goals, means they have to formulate the overall goals of the organization, means what your organization is going to do for the achievement of the organizational goal, means they are going to formulate the overall organizational goal and strategies for this achievement. Now how they are going to achieve those organizational goals, they used to prepare the strategy for the same. They are responsible for the activities of the business and for its impact on the society. Top level management is also responsible for the activities of the business and its impact on the society. So whatever activities that will take place in the organization and its impact on the society is the sole responsibility of the top level management. So management has to ensure that whatever activities that will take place in the organization, they are not going to harm the society or it's not going to have any back effect on the society. They must take say into that. The job of top manager is complex and stressful, demanding long hours and commitments to the organization. Now when you talk about the job of top level managers, it's complex and stressful. Now why it's complex? Because every day top level management is going to face new situation in the organization, in the environment. So accordingly they have to take decision wisely and for the success of the organization. Is it stressful? Why? Because every moment of time you have to think for the upliftment of the organization. Whatever the situations may be there, you have to make sure that the organization earns profit, the survival of the organization is there, and the growth of the organization is there. So always there is stress in the minds of the top level management that how they can take the organization to the new heights, and demands long hours. Yes, you cannot say that being at the top level management your job is 9 to 5. No, it's not like that. You have to give your you could say utmost time or the more of your time for the betterment of the organization and commitments to the organization. Yes, you have to be very committed for the organization because it's you only who is going to decide the future line action of the business. So this is all about your top level management. In boards you can be asked about who are the parts of the top level management, what are their functions. So you must know about the functions of top level management. So these all are the functions of your top level management. Now we'll discuss about middle level management. Middle level management. Middle level management is known to be the link between top level and lower level managers. They are subordinate to the top managers and superior to the first line managers. Now when you talk about middle level management, as you can say, they are the link between top level management and the lower level management. They are subordinate to the top managers. Yes, middle level management is subordinate to the top level management and superior to the first line manager. Now when we talk about first line managers, means these are those individuals who are in direct link with the workers. They are also known to be a foremen and supervisors. Now they are usually known as divisional heads or division heads, operational managers or plant superintendent. So these are the different names by which you can know your middle level management, like division heads, operations manager or plant superintendent. And basically middle level consists of those individuals who are leading the different departments in the organizations, like your purchase manager, sales manager, marketing manager, production manager, finance manager, planning manager, research and development manager, and so on. So these are the different individuals who are leading the different departments in the organization are known to be the part of middle level management. I will discuss about the functions of middle level management. Level management is responsible for implementing and controlling plans and strategies developed by top level management. As we have discussed above, that top level management is responsible to formulate policies for the organization and the strategies for the implementation of the same. That's the responsibility. It becomes the responsibility of the middle level management. Whatever policies that has been formulated, whatever plans that has been formulated by top level management, they are going to make the implementation of the same in their particular departments. At the same time, they are responsible for the activities of first line managers. Now, when you talk about the second function of middle level management is what? Means they are responsible for the activities of first line managers. As we have discussed that they are superior to the first line managers, so they are responsible for the working of their first line managers. So how they are working, what they are working, is they are working for the achievement for the organizational goals or not, they have to look into that. So middle level management is also responsible for the activities of first line managers. The main task is to carry out the plans formulated by top level managers. For this, they need interpret the policies framed by the top level management. So whatever policy that has been formulated by the top level management, they have to ensure that the same has been implemented under. Now how? What they do? They interpret the policies framed by top level management. So whatever policies that has been formulated by top level management, they interpret the same. Second, ensure that their department has the necessary personnel. Second thing, they have to ensure that whatever department they are leading, that particular department must have what? Necessary personnel. Now when you talk about personnel, means workers or the employees who are going to work for them. So they have to ensure that their particular department has necessary personnel. So what they have to do? They have to ensure that their particular department have the number of employees or the number of workers that they are being required of. If less workers will be there, it's a problem for the organization, that they will not be able to utilize the full resources in the organization. If you have overstaff, then it's also a problem that you cannot make the fullest use of everyone. So the adequate amount of workers that are being required in the organization must be there. They have to ensure that in their particular department. Third, assign necessary duties and responsibilities to them. It's not only that having the number of individuals in the organization, but yes, they have to ensure or they have to assign the necessary duties and responsibilities to them. So for whatever purpose they has been employed in the organization, the particular task that has to be assigned to them, so that the work can be completed in time. Fourth, they have to motivate them to achieve desired objectives. So it becomes the responsibility of the middle level management to motivate the individuals who are working in their departments. Always they have to motivate them, they have to encourage them, so that the desired objectives of the organization can be achieved. Fifth, cooperate with other departments for smooth functioning of the organization. As I've told you, these are the individuals who are at the middle level management. They are the departmental heads, like purchase departmental head, you will have purchase manager, sales manager, marketing manager, and so on. As you know, these departments are interlinked with each other. The functioning of one is going to affect the functioning of the other. So what they have to do? They have to maintain a proper coordination and cooperation with one another, because the functioning of one is going to affect the functioning of the other. So it is the responsibility or it's the function of middle level management to ensure that proper coordination between the different departments must be there, and cooperation or corporate feeling should be there in between the different departments, so that the smooth functioning of the whole organization can take place. At the same time, they are responsible for the activities of first line managers. So they are responsible for the activities of the first line managers also. So this is what all about your middle level management. So this is what about middle level management. The next is your supervisory or operational management. So this is known to be the third level of management. Foreman and supervisor comprise the lower level in the hierarchy of the organization. So these are the individuals who makes your lower level management, like foremen, supervisors. Supervisors directly oversees the efforts of the workforce. So they are in the direct contact with the workers. So they oversees the efforts of the workforce that is being there in the organization. The authority and responsibility is limited according to the plans drawn by the top level management. Now, when you talk about the authority and responsibility of the lower level management is limited according to the plans drawn by the top level management. So, whatever has been decided by the top level management, they have to work according to that. Supervisory management plays a very important role in the organizations. They interact with the actual workforce and pass on the instructions of the middle management to the workers. So the role of supervisory management is very important because they are in the direct contact with the workers. They are working with the actual workforce, and whatever instruction that has been passed down by the middle level management for them, they used to interpret the same, and they get the work according to the instruction that has been given to them by the middle level management. So lower level management, by the efforts of the workforce, they ensure the quality of output, means whatever production that took place there must be of quality. Waste of material is minimized. The wastage of the resources should be minimized, means the lower level management must ensure that there should be least wastage of resources in the organization while working. Safety standards are maintained. So it is the responsibility of the lower level management. It has to ensure that the safety standards that has been formulated by the top level management must be kept in mind by the workforce, so that least accident took place in the organization. So whatever safety standards has been formulated, or the policy for the same has been formulated by the top level management, it has to be ensured by the lower level management, that every individual who is working in the organization must ensure these safety measures, or must take necessary steps for the safety. The quality of workmanship and the quantity of output depends on the hard work, discipline, and loyalty of the workers. Yes, the quality of workmanship, if the individuals are being properly motivated, or the workforce has been properly motivated, there will be quality of workmanship. And as you know, the quality of output depends on the hard work. How much hard work that has been put by the workforce over there, how much disciplined they are, how much loyal they are towards the work, it totally gives the impact that how the output is going to be there in the organization. So it's the responsibility of the lower level management that they must always, or they must motivate their individual, they must encourage their individuals. If any kind of indiscipline is being there amongst the workers, they have to resolve the problem over there. They have to be, you could say, they have to be unbiased while dealing with the workers. They should not take part of any particular worker. So whenever they are handling any situation amongst the workers, they should be equally approachable to each and every worker. They should not favor, they should be totally unbiased for everyone. Equality should be there in the minds of the lower level managers. So this is what all about your levels of management. Hope you like the video. Thank you.